Welcome to Half Double Crochet. Let's crochet together. Today we want to crochet this cute little bear for our eyeglasses. This case is the perfect place for your glasses. It's soft and cute and it was a really fun project. So let's start. You can use any yarn you like, but you need a yarn for a 4 to 5 millimeter hook. I used King Cotton, which is Egyptian cotton by Gründel. And then you'll need some white yarn for the mouth and of course your hook. And I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. You need 3 of the pins, 2 bigger ones for the eyes and a smaller one for the nose. And then you'll need a stitch marker as well. You start with a slip knot and then you need to chain 18. You chain by yarning over and pulling through. And this is a chain and you'll need 18 of these. When you have your 18 chains, add 3 more. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we can start with the single crochets. Skip the last chain and insert your hook into the next one. Grab your yarn and pull through. Now you have 2 loops on your chain, yarn over and pull through. This is a single crochet and we want to increase in that stitch. So we insert the hook into the same chain again and we'll do a second single crochet. This is an increase. After the increase, you do 18 single crochets. So a single crochet for each chain until you reach the end of your chain. When you've done the 18 single crochets, you should have 1 chain left, and in that chain we will do 3 single crochets. So insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull through. You have the 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, and repeat that twice. So insert the hook into the same chain and do a second single crochet, and you can start turning your work. And by the 3rd single crochet, you should end up at the bottom side of your chain. Now we will continue with single crochets into each chain. So wherever you see that star shape hole, you insert your hook and do a single crochet. After 18 single crochets, we should be on the other side of our chain. So here and now we insert the hook into the same stitch where we did the first increase, and we add a 3rd single crochet. And this was our first round. The second round starts with an increase. So you insert your hook into the first single crochet that you did. And you'll do a single crochet. But then first put a stitch marker in because we want to know what the first stitch of the current round is. And now you insert the hook into the same stitch again and you'll do a second single crochet, and this is again an increase. We do another increase here. So this is our second increase for the second round. After this increase, you'll do 18 single crochet. So a single crochet into each stitch until you reach the other side of your project. After the 18 single crochets, we are here and we will do 3 increases. So in here comes an increase, which simply means 2 single crochets into the same stitch. And then in here and in here we'll also do an increase. So after 3 increases we are here, and now we'll do a single crochet into each of the next 18 stitches. So 18 single crochets, and then we should be close to the stitch marker. When we've reached the stitch marker, there should be 1 stitch left, and here we will do another increase. So 2 single crochets, and this was our second round. Now we can start the third round. This third round will start with a simple single crochet, and in here we will put our stitch marker. Now comes an increase, so here we'll do 2 single crochets, here a single crochet, and then here again an increase. So after the first single crochet of the third round, we'll do an increase in here. And then here comes a single crochet. And in here we'll do an increase. After that, we will do our 18 single crochets until we reach the other side of our project. On this side, we will also do a single crochet and an increase. Then again, single crochet, increase, and a third time, single crochet and an increase. So let's start with our single crochet. And into the next stitch, we'll do an increase. And we will repeat this twice. Single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. And after that, we will do our 18 single crochets until we reach the stitch marker again. After the 18 single crochets, we should be 2 stitches away from the stitch marker. So we'll do a single crochet and an increase. Here single crochet and here an increase. And this is our third round. Now comes our fourth round, and for the fourth round we will do 2 single crochets here and here, and then increase here, single crochet here, and increase here. So we'll do the first single crochet of the fourth round, put a stitch marker in, then another simple single crochet, and then in here we'll do an increase. Then we repeat that single crochet in here, 1 and 2, and then an increase in here. And after that, again, we'll do our 18 single crochets until we reach the other side. Then on this side, we will do single crochet, increase, again, 1, 2, increase, and again, 1, 2, and increase. So in here, we'll do a single crochet, in here, we'll do a single crochet, and then here we will increase. And we will repeat that twice. 1, 2, increase, and 1, 2, increase. After that, we are here, and we will do our 18 single crochets until we reach the stitch marker. After 18 single crochets, we should be 3 stitches away from the stitch marker. So we'll do 2 more single crochet and then an increase. Here comes a single crochet, and then here comes a single crochet, and then we'll increase in here. And this was our fourth round. For the fifth round, we will do 3 single crochets before the increase. So here 1, 2, 3, and then we'll increase in here, and then again 1, 2, 3, and then we'll increase in here. So we start with the first single crochet of the fifth round, put a stitch marker in here, and then we'll do 2 more single crochets before we increase. And then we increase here. And we repeat that one more time. 1, 2, 3, increase here. After that, we'll do our 18 single crochets all the way to the other side. And then here we repeat our pattern. 3 single crochets, increase here. 1, 2, 3, increase here. 1, 2, 3, increase here. And this is how we get around this corner. So 3 simple single crochets. Second, this is the third, and then we increase in here. So we put 2 single crochets into that stitch and repeat that twice. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. And after that, we again do our 18 single crochets until we get close to the stitch marker. After 18 single crochets, we should be 4 stitches away from the stitch marker. So we have 3 single crochets and 1 increase. 1, 2, 3, and into the last stitch before the stitch marker, we'll do an increase. And this was our 5th round, and now we'll do the 6th round, and this is the last round where we'll do increases. So the pattern for this round is 4 single crochets and then an increase here, again 4 single crochets and an increase here. We'll do the first single crochet of this round and we'll put a stitch marker in, and then we'll do 3 more single crochets before we increase. This is number 2, number 3, and then here number 4, and after that we'll increase. Then we need to repeat that 4 single crochets and increase in here. After that, we again do our 18 single crochets until we reach the other side of our project. And then we repeat our pattern. 4 single crochets, increase here. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase here. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase here. So again, 4 simple single crochets. And then in here we will increase. And repeat that twice. 4 single crochets, increase, 4 single crochets, increase. And when we've reached here, we'll do 18 single crochets all the way to the other side. After 18 single crochets, we should be 5 stitches away from the stitch marker. So we'll do 4 single crochets again and then increase into the last stitch of this round. Here comes the increase, and then we are done with the increases. So now our project looks like this, and this is the base of our case. We'll need 2 more rounds without any increases. So you do simply a single crochet into each stitch of the former round without increasing. So wherever you see a stitch, just put a single crochet on top of it. And by doing that, your crochet piece will turn to look like a bowl, so it will get an edge. So it will look like this, and when you do the second round, it will look like this. So this is one side of our case. We will finish off with 2 slip stitches. So simply insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull through. One more time, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull through, and then we'll do a finishing knot, and then we're done with one side. We'll need 2 of these cases. One will stay like this, and one I will turn to the other side. The one that I will turn like this will be the upper part of the case, and the one that will stay the way it was will be the lower part of the case. But for now, we will do the mouth area, and we'll need the white yarn for this. So we start with a magic ring, wrap the yarn around 2 fingers and hold the end down with your thumb. Insert the hook into the big loop, grab the yarn, pull it out, twist the hook to create a small loop, grab the yarn from the outside again and pull through that small loop, and this is your magic ring. Now we start with 3 chains, so yarn over and pull through, and we'll need to do that 3 times. And then we start with our double crochets. We yarn over, insert the hook into the magic ring, grab your yarn, pull it out. We have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and this is a double crochet. And we need 11 of these. So again, yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, grab the yarn, pull it out. You have the 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and we need 11 double crochets in total. When you have the 11 double crochets and the 3 chains, you simply pull on the shorter end of your yarn and your magic ring will close. Now we finish off with a slip stitch. We simply insert the hook into the 3rd chain that we did in the beginning, grab the yarn and pull through. And now we'll do a finishing knot. And then we are done with that. Now take the smaller pin and insert it right in here and then secure it from the back. If you don't want your pin to be that pointy, you can take a lighter and melt it very carefully a little bit. Now I don't want to sew this part onto my case because we would see the stitches from the other side, and because of that I will glue it on it. So I will simply take a little bit of glue and then place the mouth part in the middle of my case down here. And this way, when you open the case, you will not see the stitches on the other side. And now we need the other 2 pins for the eyes. And then our cute little face is done. Now what's only left are the ears. And for that, I took the lower part of the case, I inserted 2 stitch markers. The stitch markers are 2 stitches away from one end of my chain, so 1, 2 to the right, and then from the other end of the chain also 2 stitches to the left, 1, 2, and then in here comes the stitch marker, and this is for the ears. So we need the yarn again, and we start with a slip knot. And then we take the 2 parts of the case and put them on top of each other very carefully. And then we'll start 2 stitches from the stitch marker to the right. So 1, 2, and in here we'll insert our hook, but we'll insert our hook into the front loop in here. And in here on the other side only into the back loop. So the one that is further away from us in here. Grab the yarn and pull through, and now you have connected the yarn with the case. Now we will do treble crochets. We can remove the stitch marker and we yarn over twice. So 1 and 2. Then we skip 1 stitch and insert the hook into the next stitch, but only into the front loop here and into the back loop here. Grab the yarn and pull through. Now we have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and we'll do that 3 times. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And one more time, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And we need 8 treble crochets. Yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same stitch, grab your yarn, you have the 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and now we need 6 more. When we have the 8 treble crochets, we will connect with a slip stitch. So skip 1 stitch, insert your hook in here into the front loop again, and here into the back loop. Grab your yarn and pull through, and the ear is connected to the rest. We will now move to the left towards the second stitch marker with slip stitches. So simply insert your hook into the next stitch, front loop only, and into the back loop. Grab the yarn and pull through, and now you've moved 1 stitch to the left, and we'll do that until we reach the second stitch marker. Front loop here, back loop here, grab the yarn, pull through. Now you've moved again 1 stitch to the left. We'll do that until we are 2 stitches from the stitch marker away. Now we can remove the stitch marker and we'll again do 8 treble crochets. Yarn over twice, skip 1 stitch, insert your hook into the front loop here and back loop here. Grab your yarn, pull through. Now you have the 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and do that 3 times. And then you have a treble crochet, and we'll need 8 of these. When you have the 8 treble crochets, then you can connect the ear by skipping 1 stitch, insert your hook into the front loop again, and then here into the back loop, and do a slip stitch. And then all you need is a finishing knot and you are done. And then you have a cute little bear case for your glasses. This was such a fun and quick project. And the little bear turned out so cute. And now my glasses have a soft and warm place to sleep. I hope you have fun crocheting.